talk about games. Today I'll be covering A Hat in Time on the Nintendo Switch. It's a 3D platform adventure game with a lot going on. I'm only at 30% of my playthrough, so I'm considering this a bit of a spoiler-free sneak peek style review. For the most part, the game runs pretty great. There are a couple minor issues that might annoy less patient or more seasoned gamers, so I'm going to mention those here at the start, so any uninterested parties can save their time if these are deal breakers. There's a bit of a pop-in issue, or something similar. I'm not really sure of the proper terminology. Here's some visual examples of what I mean, but basically you'll lose sight of some parts of what you're looking at depending on how the camera is being used. I can see this being confusing and frustrating for beginning players, as well as those expecting a more polished experience. There was even a time during a big battle with the Toilet of Doom. I got stuck inside an about to explode apple. That glitch was funny to me, but could put others off. Other than that, sometimes the load times can be a little bit obnoxious, but that's about it for complaints or issues. Anything else would be more of a personal preference situation, which I think is great. The game itself follows a mystery girl who captains a spaceship and has lost the time capsules that power it. So while there's a huge component of collecting, it uses that as a framework to showcase everything else it has to offer, rather than getting repetitive or boring. From your spaceship, you'll travel to other lands to regain your lost capsules. Along the way, you'll collect yarn to craft hats, tokens you can use to buy badges, and relics to display in your ship. Worlds or chapters have a bit of a theme to them, but each level or act has a different task or problem to address, among other things going on. One second you're fighting the mafia, and the next you're helping them to avert disaster. I think approaching the game with a level of flexibility and playfulness is going to be key to enjoyment. Plan to go back to levels again and again to see new things once you have new abilities. And just once you get better at the game, I've noticed. I can imagine a lot of replay value depending on what parts of the game resonate with you. I think I did it. Oh no, if this isn't the last one. And now I'm gonna die again. It's a pretty harsh game. I gotta take a break. I gotta go play Carry On instead. There's a variety of vibes in the game. Sometimes things are pretty chill and you're swinging along on your hookshot having a nice time. And then there can be very high stress moments with impending doom literally counting down. I personally find the gameplay to be quite challenging, but I'm a little bit of an inexperienced player. Most of my experience on platformers comes from my Donkey Kong 64 days. The jumping requires some skill and timing and coordination with manipulation of the camera and utilizing the hats and special skills. The music is always fun, and there is a lot of neat character design. The game is chock full of humor. There's also a bit of darkness I don't think I have really tapped into yet, where you have to work with this demon creature to get some of your capsules and your soul back. When I first heard about A Hat in Time, I had read that it was a Kickstarter and that the people who wanted to make it really loved games like Donkey Kong 64, and they hadn't seen a lot in the way of those coming out that were interesting and exciting and doing new, different, dynamic things. So that's what made me interested in picking up this game. It's fun, I think, for a beginner, but I can see how you could really, like a completionist could definitely have a lot of fun with it. There's plenty of hearts around, and there are second chances at minimal loss, but I think that it would reward skill in a pretty fun way. There's a lot of additional content available too, with occasional intruders into your spaceship, or the time rifts, which take you to a totally different style of gameplay. There's also 2 downloadable content portions to the game. I haven't played those yet. Overall, I think this game has a ton of fun to offer, an amazing soundtrack, a lot of variety in level design and gameplay. And yeah, if a couple minor cosmetic or gameplay issues will negatively impact your experience, I think there are more polished games like Celeste that you should check out. If you have a bit of patience and are into the art design and you like what I've shown you, give it a shot. I'm having a blast. Thanks so much. Have a good day.
Magnificent, stunning. This trophy is everything I desire on the shelf in my living room.